As long as I got you, baby.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I wanted to sort of do a bit of a get ready with me slash a Charlotte Tilbury review. I haven't worn makeup for a couple of days and I just feel really rubbish, and I wanted to get my glam on, and also I ordered a few more like products from Charlotte Tilbury, some to stock up and some to start and try new, so I thought I'd share those with you in a minute. So I'm not going to show you all of my makeup routine because that's coming in another video, but I will show you and talk you through my Charlotte Tilbury products. Now before we get started, I just want to say I absolutely love Charlotte Tilbury. The packaging, the makeup itself, just everything about the brand is... if I could make my own brand, it would be basically Charlotte Tilbury. It's just, it screams luxury to me, and it is a bit pricey, but I do think that some of the products that I'm going to be using are worth the money. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first product is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeshadow. Now before I'd got this, I've been wanting it for absolutely ages. This one in particular because of Amelia Liana. She went on and on, well, she goes on, and she's like an advocate for Pillow Talk, the lip liner. And then when Charlotte launched this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just the dream. Mine's a little bit dirty, but the rose gold like shimmer is like pop shade, is stunning, and it really finishes off the look. One thing you'll notice with this review as a whole is that Charlotte Tilbury products are so blendable and buildable, and that's why I love this. It never goes patchy. Watch as this goes patchy. Hopefully I've never had it go awfully, and they always blend lovely. So let's start. So I start with this shade, and I just use my finger. This is like the prime shade, and I just use my finger to tap it on all over the eye. What I like to do is I get another shimmer, like a whiter one. I'm using the Morphe 350 palette, and I use a combination of these two just to brighten the corner. And then what I like to do is get a fluffy brush and just, if I can open the palette, tap in to the shimmer shade again and just rub it all over my eyes, even into the eye socket. I know you shouldn't put shimmer up on the brow bone, but I like to just make sure that it's all blended. I'm then going to go into the Enhance shade with a big fluffy brush. I'm using the Real Techniques medium shadow brush. This is the colour I go a little bit gentle on just because it's a bit pinky if not. And I'm just simply rubbing that really all over the eye, but focusing it mainly in my crease. One little tip that I do like to do is I just get a bit of bronzer on a big fluffy brush, and I just blend all of the eyeshadow every step. Not because this necessarily needs it, just because I quite like a warm look. Like that, just so it blends up nicely into the brow bone. And then I'm going to get a smaller brush. This is a Morphe, I don't know, this is this one. And I'm just going to tap into the Smoke shade and start deepening up my, like the outer V into the crease. This is one of the best shades. Well, I love all of them, but I love the sort of warm but almost pinky tone this gives to the eyes. One tip that I learned from Nikki Tutorials is to bring it into the centre of the eye, like almost into the brow and down, so that later when you put bronzer on, or if you do nose contour, I don't, but it makes your eyes blend more. I don't know, I just really like it. About with it more off camera in a minute. But then I like to get a angled, like tiny little brush and go into a dark brown shade and just rub it along your eyelash. I might actually show you in a minute, but I just think this adds depth to the eye and it also acts as an eyeliner. I stopped using eyeliner quite a few years ago. Just think it looks too harsh. Like that. And I go back in with this and blend. I go into the pop shade and pop it all over my eye. I'm going to finish off the other eye and put some mascara on and be back for my face. I find the glitter just so beautiful and it really joins up the eyeshadows, like the shimmers and the mattes, because you tap it all over the eye, and I would never have done this before, but following obviously Charlotte's foolproof almost eyeshadow look, honestly, is game changer. But yeah, I also forgot to say, sorry about the dressing gown. I'm a little bit cold. I feel cold really easily, so that's why I've got a dressing gown on. But yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so the first product that I ever bought from Charlotte Tilbury was the, I can get it, Flawless Filter. This is my brand new one. I'm trying to make this one, it's nearly running out. Maybe not, but yeah, it's one of my, it was the first thing that I had tried. I use it in conjunction with my foundation, and I mix it together, which I'll show you now, and honestly I think this is really lovely. Do I think that you could find other like cheaper alternatives? Probably. I've never tried. I'm happy. When I'm a girl of habit, once I find something I like, I very rarely will go out of that. But the thing that I don't think that you could find anywhere else is the Magic foundation. I have never had it patchy. It never goes patchy. It always blends lovely. You can build it. Some days I just don't want too much foundation and some days I do. Today, other than this, I'm probably not going to do too much just because I'm not going out anywhere. But yeah, before I used to use the MAC foundation. What else? I can't really remember, but I will never ever change this again. It's lovely. So let's start applying. I always start by applying a little bit of toner just to get my skin a little bit moist, almost not wet, but just because I find that all my foundation blends better. If my face is a little bit, well, if my face isn't crusty. So yeah, so what I do is I apply a little bit on my hand, like a pea-sized amount of the Flawless Filter. I have mine in the shade 3, which is light medium, and then I get my already opened Magic foundation and I do about that much, but then I can always add more if I need to, because you can apply and apply and apply this and it won't get patchy. So I do always apply mine with my hands. It's quicker and you don't have to I just find it smoother. I forgot to mention that because this is a bit unconventional for some people. It just gives, the flawless filter just gives you this sort of radiant glow, which I just find so flattering. I never used to be like that, but I do try to keep my makeup as glowy as possible, especially now it's getting a bit warmer. You want to sorry about the faces, you don't want too much sort of heavy foundation, you want it to be quite lightweight, which is certainly what this is. Would I say it's full coverage? I don't know, I think it has the potential to be. Sorry, I'm just getting my sponge. I think it has the potential to be it's buildable, so I think you could get it quite heavy. So as you can see, that's giving me a bit of colour. I probably won't add more than that, just because A, I don't really want too much cakiness, and B, I'm not going anywhere like I said. You can put the flawless filter on top and underneath. I do sometimes put it underneath and then I apply, but it's running out, so I'm trying to savour it. But I find that it's a bit sticky if I put it on top, and I don't like to feel a bit like I've got makeup on. But can we just appreciate the packaging? Like, it's just stunning. I love it. Okay, so next up I've got the Magic Away Concealer. Would I recommend this? Yes and no. It's an amazing concealer, and I do find it really good for getting rid of the under eye bags, which I need at the moment, but I don't think it's life changing, and if I was to recommend a product from Charlotte Tilbury, like a single product, it wouldn't be the one I recommend. One of the reasons I don't really like it is because of the applicator. My L'Oreal one, which is actually I'd recommend, which is quite a good concealer because it's quite lightweight, this applicator makes it easy to apply, whereas I find this one, I use my finger and then I tap it on. It is quite a heavy concealer, but I think it is quite a good one, but it's just, I feel like the concealer game in the makeup industry is quite strong. I think I am just going to apply some of this. I'm going to set my face a little bit under my eyes and then do the rest of my makeup and come back for the finishing off of my eyes and the lips. I wasn't going to show you all my makeup, but I thought I'd do a little time lapse to tease you for when I show you my full makeup routine.
I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. The more I see you, the more that it becomes so true. There ain't no other for me, it's only you. I know that it's gonna be lonely without the reason we got someone to care for. Maybe all you need's a shoulder to cry on. If that's a fact, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. The more I see you, the more that it becomes so true. There ain't no other for me, it's only you.
Okay, so now it's time to finish off my eyes. So obviously going back into the Charlotte Tilbury palette, I use a MAC 236S, I don't know, it's like a flat brush, and I go into the darker shade, which is like the enhanced shade, and I run it along my eyes, quite close to the eyelash, not to the lash line, because I don't want it to be too dark to lower down. I did want to just quickly mention that I use white eyeliner in my crease with a little bit of brown, just because I think it makes my eyes a bit brighter. So yeah, and then I'm going in with a shading brush from Real Techniques, and I go in with the same shade and a tiny little bit of the pink, and rub that and slightly lower down just to blend them together. I absolutely love this eyeshadow, and it's been my go-to at the moment. Like, I haven't actually used anything else. But yeah. Then I'm going to go with a big fluffy brush and just add a bit more colour. I do this frequently throughout the day, just because I like to top up my makeup. And the good thing with this is that because it's the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette, it's so blendable, and the powder is just so soft. You can do that and it doesn't go patchy. Just as I'm doing my eyeshadow, my mascara, one product I really want to try is the powder, just because I haven't yet found one that's not cakey, and I've had really good reviews about that, so that's one thing I'm going to buy when quarantine goes. I got all of the products that I've mentioned on 20% off, which is partly the reason why we move on to the next product. Look how gorgeous this is. Now, I have been wanting the Pillow Talk lip liner for so long. So I've got a bit of lip gloss on, which I keep on, and then this is how it comes. I kind of like it because it's not like a proper pencil. I quite often just put lip liner on and then don't put lipstick on, and I really love.
I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at...
So this is the finished look. Like I said, if you've never used anything from Charlotte Tilbury, I would really recommend maybe asking for your birthday or for Christmas. I just really love Charlotte Tilbury. Like, this lip liner is just such a stunning shade. It's so smooth the way it went on. I don't know if you really can see it in the camera, but yeah, it's really natural makeup, which I think is perfect. So if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. Bye guys.